Who is this irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead?
Hi, my name is Skyy, yes, double Y, and welcome to my channel, Skyy Explains It All. Or if you've already been here before, welcome back. What I want to talk about today is the first horror movie that actually ever scared me. So, I love horror, if you can't tell from my channel. I have since I was little.
Major, spells and hexes, liberal arts.
I've been watching them knowingly since I was 4 years old. The first horror movie I ever saw actually was Child's Play that was released in the year 1988. Growing up, I was watching Child's Play, Bride of Chucky, basically the whole Chucky franchise. I was watching Nightmare on Elm Street, Jason, like the Friday the 13th movies. My mom had like the VHS box set of the movies. Of course, all the Halloween movies, like during the month of October, AMC was that channel, not only for me, but like a certain set group of my friends. Like we loved watching AMC after school and elementary school. So I've always loved the genre of horror since I was a kid. The reasons why I always loved it, like I was never scared. Like I didn't have nightmares. I wasn't afraid to go to bed after watching anything like that. So it's always just been something that I gravitated towards since I was a kid. And why a child was allowed to watch horror movies that young, I don't know. I guess my parents figured that she's not scared, that it doesn't really matter.
Is that for your brother? I don't think so.
I don't know. At this point, I've seen The Grudge. I've seen The Grudge 2. I've seen basically all of the quintessential horror movies before The Stranger came out. I've seen them, all right? Saw them dozens of times, was able to go to sleep perfectly fine, not be paranoid or anything like that. The Strangers was coming out, which was released in the year 2008, stars Liv Tyler. I was so excited for this movie, but I didn't go to the theater to see it. This was, the way I saw it was probably my last trip ever to Blockbuster. My mom took me to Blockbuster to go get it on DVD. So I was in 10th grade at this point. And I remember being like excited. I'm like, oh yes, a new horror movie. I'm about to get my life. And I was super excited because it was like a Friday night. School was over for the week, obviously. And I was home by myself. And I was like, oh, I got my snacks. I have The Strangers. Like, I'm about to have a ball. So I'm in my bed. I'm watching The Strangers. Initially, I'm living. And then I get to the point where like I'm actually scared, like I'm actually fearful. And I was so scared to the point where I was texting my friend during the movie. Let's call him Ryan. I was texting my friend Ryan all throughout the movie. I was scared. He goes, turn it off. I'm like, but I was like, I can't be a punk. Like, this is supposed to be my bread and butter, but I'm getting scared while watching this movie.
Oh, she stole me!
Obviously, spoiler alert, I'm talking about The Strangers. But what I feel like was so frightening about this movie when I first watched it is it's so different from other horror movies. And I can't remember if it's the actors or the directors who talked about this, because I watched like the special features or some sort of interview with either an actor or a director. I can't remember. It's been like so long ago. But they were basically talking about how the house, like in typical horror movies, your goal is to, you know, get out of the house and to run away to go and get help. But in this situation, it's the opposite. The house is actually the safe haven, and going outside is, you know, good things probably won't happen out there. So that's what I feel like one of the things was so scary about it is, first of all, the people are already in the house. So, you know, they're already not standing a chance. But there's no sanctuary outside of the house because they are literally in the middle of nowhere. There is absolutely no one there coming to save them for miles. And it's just terrifying. There was something so eerie about it. And I knew I was scared. I was watching a movie and I was laying down. And then all of a sudden my door opens and I jump up and I scream. And my mom, it was my mom, she popped up. I don't know where they were at, but she popped up and she was like, oh, you met your match, huh? And I was so salty. I was so salty. I was like, dang, I really finally met my match watching The Strangers. So The Strangers got me. The first and only movie that ever actually caused me to be in a state of fear, to be scared. Any other time, fine. But that right there, The Strangers messed me up. Honestly, after I watched it that first time at night, I had to watch it again during the day just to kind of desensitize myself. So like now I can watch it and I'm fine. But that first initial watch, I was scared. I can't hold you guys. I was scared. I was terrified. There was just no hope for them. So I talked about this in my 𝐻𝒉𝒂 video, how in American movies, but specifically I'm going to talk about horror movies. In American horror movies, everything's always, you know, happy, happy, joy, joy, a bow at the end. The protagonists, the leads, they survive. After they've done all the work, the cops show up and they get the little blanket around them and everyone survives. That was not The Strangers at all. They were like, no, the leads can die. It's just not something that's an occurring thing in American media when it comes to horror movies. Like, that's not a thing. The main characters almost always survive. Plot armor like goes crazy for them. But in this scenario, didn't happen. Did not happen. And that's what had me a little shook about it too. The main characters actually died. That is the first horror movie that actually terrified me. I just wanted to come on here and have like a light chat with you guys. I haven't really had a real chat with y'all probably since before the new year on camera anyway. And yeah, I'm doing pretty good. It's snowing currently right now as I'm filming. I'd show y'all, but then I would be doxing myself. That's it. I hope you guys are having an awesome day. If you like this video, like it. If you're enjoying the content I make here, please subscribe. I would very much so love to have you here. And leave me a comment down below. Like, what is a horror movie that when you saw it, you were like, I'm spooked, I'm scared, I'm scurry, like this, I feel uncomfortable. Leave it down for me down in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, I have to return some videotapes. Bye guys.